It is the day before Christmas, 2021, and okay, I'm doing this a day early, but well, Christmas starts the night before, so this counts. A year ago, I got a zine that's one in a series from a friend of mine named Billy. And he said, he wrote on it, do not open until 2021. He says Christmas Day. So here it is. As you see, unopened, still taped together. Here is one of the mascots, well, two of the mascots of the year 2020. On the back are a nurse and a roll of toilet paper. So yes, haha, Billy, very funny. So I am finally opening this. It's Proof I Exist. That's the name of his zine, number 33. On the outside, he's written, Dear friend, you hold in your hands Proof I Exist, number 33. This is a special time capsule issue. Do not open. It was written in December of 2020 and is not to be opened or read until Christmas Day 2021. Close enough. Put this away with your holiday decorations or in some special place, and one neat year from now you can finally relive all that anticipation by reading an old, outdated, and mediocre zine. Well, Billy, they're not mediocre. Yours are pretty great. Thank you, and happy holidays. So, cue the music. I have my razor blade, and I'm about to open the zine. If I can find a seam. You did far too good a job of taping, Billy. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. And here it is. Oh, that's the back. You all are seeing the back before I do. And here is the front. A friend of mine recently told me that a letter I'd written her in April didn't arrive until October. Wow, I replied, it's like a postal time capsule. So much had happened since that letter that it was almost meaningless. But in another way, it gave a cool insight to our recent past. So this is a zine time capsule. I am writing it on December 8th, 2020, and if you followed my instructions, then you shouldn't be reading it until Christmas of 2021. How much will the world change in the next year? How much will our individual lives change? Whatever the answer, I hope you enjoy this zine. Well, yeah, some changes have happened, but I intend to enjoy it one way or another. What is life like in December of 2020? The most impactful aspect, of course, is still COVID-19. That virus has been around for a year now, and currently the spread of it is at an all-time high. Yeah, we all remember. It was pretty, There are currently 68 million cases in the world and 1.5 million deaths. Much of that is in the U.S., which is 15 million cases and 290,000 deaths. Well, I don't know how much that has changed since then, but it's almost certainly gone up. Half of the people in the U.S. wear masks and take it seriously, half do not. Some states have mask mandates, some do not. Gatherings of more than 10 people are either prohibited or at least discouraged. Well, that's been loosened up. Large events like sports or music are not really happening. A little more. I haven't played a show since January of 2020 and haven't gone to one since February. Will any of this change? I have no idea. I may read this in December of 2021 and still have not gone to any shows. I think he said he did go to one since. Supposedly there are 2 different vaccines coming in the next month. True. For the most part, I think we all agree that a vaccine is a good idea. Apparently, no, we didn't. But the flip side of it is that no one, and I mean no one, trusts the government. That's part of the reason, yeah. Especially this government. So only like 40 or 50% of the U.S. population says they will take the vaccine. Yeah, we're on the same page again about that fact. But the very first doses will go to doctors and nurses. I think so. So I think I will eventually take it. Good. If the people fighting COVID are going to take the vaccine, shouldn't the rest of us? The other big news in the U.S. is the ongoing election. It's been over a month since we voted, and several states have had recounts, and there is no doubt that Biden got more votes. Won the electoral votes, and won the popular vote by 7 million. Trump has still not conceded the election, is still fighting it in court, is still telling people there was massive fraud, though there is no evidence of it. Not sure how many people still believe that. Some, though. Always some. Hopefully Biden will be inaugurated next month and Trump will just fade away, but who the fuck knows? No, he didn't quite fade away. Kinda wish he would, though. Honestly, I feel like the U.S. has been on the verge of civil war for 4 years. Me too. And it still feels that way. A couple months ago, there was a militia arrest in Michigan for their plot to kidnap the governor. Then a couple of nights ago, also in Michigan, a bunch of armed protesters went to the house of the Secretary of State, chanting and claiming voter fraud. We all bitched and moaned and protested when Trump won in 2016, but none of us took guns to anyone's house. Hopefully, all the voter shit chills out in the next year, all the protests and armed militias. Honestly, it's scary. Well, golly gee, Billy. I wish that had been true, but, yeah, it didn't, as you probably know, I mean, this is all in retrospect, of course, but at least one part, one bunch did attempt a very badly done insurrection. What else is going on in the world? Climate change, of course. That's been going on for 100 years, though. It gets worse every year, and 2020 was pretty bad. This year, there were horrendous fires all through California. Worst ever. Arizona and Colorado as well. The East and South had a record-breaking hurricane season with 30 named storms, 12 of which made landfall. Lots of damage, lots of flooding. Currently, there are winter storms coming at the northeast area with snow and ice. I don't remember a lot of the weather of last winter. Sorry. Will any of that change in 2021? Probably more of the same. At least we will have a president who takes it seriously. Biden has already made moves to study and combat climate change. Not sure what's going on there. I'm not. He didn't write that. By the way, what kind of president will Biden be? I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but thank God he's not Trump. That's pretty much my attitude too, sir. But he is old and kind of senile. He broke his ankle last week playing with his dog. Will his health hold up? It's an honest question, and I don't know. If Kamala Harris takes over, I hope she's as badass as she seems. So do I. I like her, what little I know of her. On a personal note, will I ever get this typewriter fixed? My apologies for the typos. Yeah, he's got a bunch of... Yeah. Bunch of typos. It's alright, Billy. I've used a typewriter myself. I know it's kind of a bummer. Certain keys stick, others don't type properly, you know. Plus, my computer isn't printing right now. Frustrating time for me in tech. Speaking of tech, the iPhone 12 is all the rage. Well, I don't care. And people also seem pretty hyped on the new 5G network that is coming. That some people thought would spread... I don't know. I don't remember what it was they thought it would do, but it was something crazy. Spreading a disease, I think, people are nuts. I still have a flip phone and couldn't care less. Good on you. But some people are stoked. Of course, others claim 5G will give us cancer or give us COVID. Yeah, that's what they were talking about, or whatever else. So, dear friends, in 2021, tell me, is 5G normal life now? Don't even think about it? I don't think about it. Or did it literally cause society to collapse? No. I'm so excited to hear the final verdict. The economy is weird but good. Lots of people, like me, are currently out of work because of COVID, but we remain hopeful that we will soon return. Certainly, there are small mom-and-pop shops going out of business right now. Not in my neighborhood that I've noticed, but that's just my neighborhood. Lots of restaurants and diners closing up for good. Alicia and I do our best to order takeout once or twice a week. Not that we have money to throw around, but we want those favorite places of ours to make it through all this. So yeah, lots of people out of work, but there hasn't yet been that massive wave of evictions we're all worried about. Might still happen. I don't remember. I hope it didn't. But people are still shopping, and stores still have food. There isn't a crazy rush on toilet paper like there was in April. Good. Ta-da!